Yo, what's up everyone? It's a little office port here. About to do another little video about Moonshot coins. Alright. Just a little news about office port. I actually got a new job. Just got a job today. In an office doing sales. Super excited about it. That's why I'm a little office port. I'm not a little warehouse port. Because I was working at Amazon. I got my Amazon shirt here to prove I worked there. But yep, we're on to better pastures, so really excited about that. Now, this weekend was insane when it came to the meme coins, the pump and dumps. I've never seen anything in my life like it. So apparently this problem, I think, stems from there not being a launch pad that has an enticing incentive or rewards program. So I was watching an interview by Elon. It was done by Thread Guy, and Elon is the founder, or I guess co-founder, of Pump Fun, and he was trying to explain how, even his own platform, Pump Fun, they need to make a 2.0 already because it's not even appropriate to really pull the amount of talent that's really necessary to grow this space. So to me, that's just actually pretty disappointing. I'm looking at some of the creator fees. It's pretty transparent in Moonshot. You can check easily. So some of the highest ones, you actually have Monkey Phone at number 1. Monkey Phone, they have 79.1K in creator fees. So that's just from the trading and everything. Mooncat has 50.7K. Worthless has 52.5K. That means that the creator of that fund is actually getting that money. Those are the creator fees. LOA, Law of Attraction, that one, surprisingly, for being one of the top coins at 737 market cap, has only made 1,500 in creator fees, which I thought was interesting. Just a couple more. We have Coco at 520. We have Husky Bucks, suspiciously, only at $79 in create, and this is a token that's at over 120K, I believe, right now. 123K market cap. So that's really that's kind of disappointing to be at such a high market cap for over a month, and to only make $500 on the fees. That doesn't sound that great. Cumshot is a really good example, though. They've made $29,800 in creator fees, and that coin is only at 55K market cap right now. So it's obviously gone through a lot. Now, I want to talk about some of the pump and dumps that happened over the weekend. They were something that I've never really experienced before. Never at this scale. I've seen some volatility from some coins, but nothing. Because, I've seen Luna. I remember when Luna was fun to trade. You could do that on, I forget what exchange, but you could do a little bit of leverage trading with Luna. When it was popular, that was kind of fun. But no, this is a different level of, I guess, gambling and dopamine and excitement, and the risk to potential risk reward, I guess. Yeah, it's on crack. It's really intense. So the most popular one that really probably has everyone's attention is called Worth More. Now, I believe it did pop up before. I wasn't necessarily super locked in and didn't really absorb what happened. I think it happened last weekend. But this seems to be a weekend phenomenon, because it happened this weekend where it was the leader of the pack. It was like the first one to really garner a lot of attention. Basically, it went well over $1 million. So what they do is they basically add like $180,000 or so, and they just, all of a sudden, you see the coin start marching up. And this one marched impressively over $1 million market cap. So you were able to hop in and get, I had a position where I was at over 154%. I think even more. I got so lost into the euphoria and the dopamine and the excitement. I don't even. It's hard to really recollect exactly what happened, to be honest with you. But what it did is it did completely rug momentary, not all the way. It did a double pump. So you saw a chart go up, 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 rug, up, 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 and then it rugged again at it was like a slightly different price. I think it was 100. It was something right before $1 million. It was insane though. But what happened was just an avalanche of more very powerful and enticing rug pulls, because what they are is they're called runners at the end of the day. So there's an idea that you want to be able to jump on a runner, but what they don't tell you is that these runners are, have bombs attached to them, and they will explode and self-detonate, and you will be lost without any funds. So it's intense. Like, you will go see a coin lose 98%. Like, it will go from whatever it was down back to 5,000. So I want to list some of the coins that did that this weekend. So obviously there was Worth More. There was Tren. Now Tren reached 290K before it decided to completely dump to 5,000. And when I mean dump to 5,000, I mean it literally in 1 second, in one blink of an eye, you don't have a chance to sell it at a good price anymore. It gets all vacuumed. It feels like a glitch. Feels like it shouldn't be allowed. That's the interesting part about it, is that Moonshot seems to have no care for regulating this at all. Another one. So Tren was basically this Pikachu. It looked like a very muscular Pikachu, and yeah, you see it. They pretty much all have the same formula. They all started about like $180,000. Some of them did start at 50, but most of them were 180. Those were the good ones. And you see them pump from 180 to 290. They get that $100,000 of liquidity, and they take it and run and go. And if you didn't take your profits, you're done. It's over. Party's over. Another one was Super Pepe. Super Pepe went to 280K. Super Doge went to 440K. And I'm telling you, these literally all happened this weekend. These were all created within an hour on a Saturday, and then all of a sudden, boom, flooded with 180,000. Whoever did it, and all they waited to do was just get another 100,000. For Super Doge, they actually got more. They went from 180 to 440. Then there was some minor ones, some smaller ones. There was actually Actionless. Actionless went to 140K, completely out of nowhere. And it was a copy of some random kid's coin. Like, I actually got to talk to the kid on DM. Random. He's starting his own coin. Right now, it's the real Actionless is at like 6,000 market cap. And it went up to 7,400 at one point. But he actually has 105 followers, by the way, on Twitter. So he has some good funny content. It's similar to the Don't Do It content, which honestly is similar to the trend in general, which is to just kind of be anti-culture with crypto, and to be just mocking it and just having fun with it. Obviously having zero utility. So that being the trend, it's not like anything unusual. But yeah, that's and crazy. He literally took the exact same logo as some random coin, and somehow within hours he was able to replicate a similar form. It wasn't 180,000 because it started at a lower number, probably like $50,000. They just inject that just like that, and then they just need $90,000, and boom, they almost tripled their money. I guess they doubled their money. So one of them that was also did a double pump was Super Pengu. Super Pengu, and these are all common names, right? Pepe is was one of the biggest meme coins. Doge is the biggest meme coin. Pengu, that's like a huge one in Solana that's got like, what, 3 billion? Where is it at? It's got Did I move it? Yeah, I did. 3.2 billion market cap, Pengu. Okay, so they're taking these popular names, and they're putting $180,000 in it in a blink. And what it happens is, it seems like it just attracts people like it attracts all the small buyers and people that just want like a quick flip. So, and it's a lot of people, it seems like, and maybe even if it's not a lot, they have multiple buys. So they're just like the same people are buying it as it keeps running up, because they're just at the end of the day just gambling, and they're just like seeing their money grow like in live action continuously. It's not really dropping. These climbs, they don't ever really go down ever. Like there's not like a little dip. It's just like an insane amount of green, and it's just they keep buying and buying and buying, and it's just like the weirdest thing. So I don't really know exactly the strategy. It seems super corrupt. Something's very wrong about it. It smells so fishy. It's insane. But yeah, Super Pengu did the double pump. It went to 328K the first time, dipped like a lot, and then it jumped to up to 290K until it dropped down to 5,000 again. Obviously, it didn't drop down all the way during that dip before the second pump. So there's a strategy behind it. They take like a certain chunk, 50%, and then they boom. So they must be buying it up. I'm not exactly sure. There was also one coin man. One coin man from 50K ran all the way up to 190K. It just didn't. It's odd. But what they do is they literally get you sucked into it. You see that it's on the active coins. You see it's on the top perform. Like literally, these coins are passing up all your favorites on the create chart. They're just passing all of the market caps of every single coin that's been there for a month straight. You see these coins, but all of a sudden there's these new guys, and they're just pumping through, ripping through the charts, and it doesn't last. No, one of them lasts. Trend died. Super Pepe, Super Doge, Actionless, Super Pengu, One Coin Man. Imagine went from, it was the worst one. Imagine Grok. That was a joke one. It literally, like, someone injected 100K just like that, boom, in a blink. So obviously everyone's looking, okay, people are buying. It climbed up to 120K, and then he rugged it. He rugged it after 20, so he didn't even try to double his money. Most of them double their money or more. For example, this was a crazy one. Oh my God, Moon GPT. Moon GPT was one of the last ones before it pretty much just sizzled out for the weekend. And it started at 60K and climbed up to 318K. Like what? And then ripped down like they all do. And it should be illegal. It really shouldn't even be allowed. There's no transparency in Moonshot, right? Like they don't make you really show who you are. There's no track record of what if you've started other coins and done other rugs before. So it's just yeah, and at the end of the day, to me I have some complaints because it seems like Moonshot really has their hands like dirty, because you can tell, because this is all Solana, right? So when I was watching that interview from the pump fund guy, Elon, this guy's anonymous, talking all crazy, like weird, doesn't really make sense, trying to be smart, you know? And it's just showing that like there's a lot of sketchiness in this space. Like Moonshot, we don't know who made Moonshot. It is completely random. Like their feed is trying to be hip and cool and young and on trend, you know? And they're trying to bring back this meme culture and stuff, like all these memes and all the excitement of it, but I don't like it. I just feel like there's something wrong about it, because they have their hidden interests. They're not really helping the younger coins that are growing on their platform. It seems like they really have their bags packed with select coins. For example, Monkey Phone. For example, Worthless. I have a bad feel about it. But anyway, one thing I wanted to talk about was, basically Moonshot, just to sum it up, they're basically, they're almost in an extreme way enabling scammers. And it's basically an unregulated pool of sharks and innocent creators. So because of that zero transparency, you have no clue how many pump and dumps the user has done or how many accounts they have. And there's a lot of red flags behind that company. It really, it's like in a place where like there's all these laws for gambling, not every state allows it. Why am I allowed to do Moonshot? Like, what makes Moonshot allowed? But anyway, it does seem like pretty easy scam. Almost, maybe I'm wrong though. Maybe it's a little bit more complicated. But it seems like if you have the money, you just put the money into a coin with a good idea and it runs. And you just, because people flock to the when they see that a lot of money's been injected quickly, they think, they know it's serious, and they know that they have a chance to just like do what all these other ones have done. It's a pattern now. So I feel like it's going to get even more, it's going to happen more and more and more. But that's the interesting part, is that there's obviously a lot of coins that want to stick around. So some of those are obviously Cumshot. Cumshot's been around. Earlier this weekend, on Friday, it was around 64K market cap. Right now it's at 55K. They actually have 1,400 holders. Not sure how manipulated that is, but I mean, they've been around for a long time, so that's great for them if they have 1,400. Husky Bucks. That one is also sticking around. That one is not a pump and dump. But like I said, because of their low creator fees, it shows that they injected their money all at one time. And to me, that's sketchy. That shows that maybe the owner himself has invested a lot of money in trying to make himself a whale while it was cheap. So that means that he might be setting himself up to rug one day. Brutally. In the name of giving dogs shelter. But he has 191 holders. So that's still a pretty healthy amount. Coco on Friday was $80,000 market cap. And if you look at it today, it is 164K. They've been doing an amazing job. They're at 604 holders. They're not rugging. It's like literally a guy from Korea working on the coin. And he's got, his little AI koala bear type content, and you can't hate him for it. He's just doing his thing. He's cooking it up. They got a nice little active Telegram, and yeah, you can see that type of growth, 80K to 164K in a weekend, like, that's exciting. That's the type of the fact that wasn't a rug. That's like the reason you want to get into meme coins, is like finding little gems like that. Moonboy is one of my little, I don't know, I'm always keeping an eye on it. It went from 63K this weekend though to 40K, so it took a huge hit. Still has 525 holders, but it seems something went wrong with it. Pointless also just absolutely blew up, detonated. The guy used to post all the time on Twitter. He was actually trying to be active, commenting on every little thing. I followed him, and it's so sad. But he went, literally, his account on Twitter is suspended. It's gone. His whole Twitter account disappeared. He went from 166K on Friday. Like, he was probably feeling himself. This man was probably like, I did it. I made a coin. And somehow it died. It went to 11K. And I'm not sure if he rugged it. I'm not sure if I don't know what happened. So maybe he went off with the wind, He bought himself a used Lambo. Maybe he was able to finally do that. I don't know. But Pointless is gone. 11.4K, that's from 166K. That's not a coin that you want to be in. Finance also completely died. It's amazing. Like, that's a coin that was 115K market cap. on Friday. And if you look at it today, it is at 7.3K. Party's over. These are coins that were here for like weeks and weeks and weeks. Like you thought that they were just going to be here for the long stay. Gone. So some of them are last a couple hours, like 2 hours. Like when I was talking about those pump and dumps from earlier, those run-ups from 100K to 100, 280, whatever, those would only take like 2 hours, 1 hour and a half, max 4 hours. It could have been in as low as 30 minutes. Like it's all it takes for these huge actions. But yeah, finance is dead. Finance went from 115K to 7.3K. That's terrible. All right, now we have some honorable mentions. Some things that had some weird action that were kind of cool. Survival Living, that went from 110K at one point to 59K, but they have some huge swings where it goes from 80K back to 40K back to 60K. So that one's came out of nowhere. That one towards I think on Sunday. A very shameful one is Moon Munch. Moon Munch seemed like it was hovering between the 40K, 30K, everything in between, and then it dumped to 7K. They deleted their Twitter, gone, and it's sad because you can tell that there's people that are so willing to buy into these ideas, and they really do get all these holders, and maybe a couple of those wallets are fake, but like they get other people to buy it, and they dump it. It's 7K. It's done. Moon Army was a fun one. That one had two versions. The first one, huge pump and dump, just another crazy one. But then there was another one that was more like community based, it seems, where it was like just like people were trying to pump it like on their own, and it went up to 42K and then to 23K. So it definitely had its little swings. But one of the ones that were actually really, really sad was Help Gaza. Help the helpless of Gaza. That one, obviously someone injected their little 10K. It ran up to like $43,000. And then they zapped it. They killed it. The Twitter's deleted. They had a whole Twitter account attached to the Moonshot profile. Deleted. They took the money and ran. They went from 43K down to 5K. That's the magic number because that's the number that Moonshot gives you to start your coin. So that's the graveyard. 5K is dead. Another one was Climb Coin. Can you see how many I'm naming? This is the craziest thing I've ever seen in my life. Like, I don't even really want to do this next weekend. I don't even want to pay attention to this stuff. Because it's like seems like a bad habit to get in, even want to double your money up this way. It's really ugly and dangerous, and you could just lose it all. Climb Coin went from 70K to 150K, and then dead. It went to 5K. So that's kind of what we're dealing with right now. Is there's two sides of the spectrum. There are coins that are complete pump and dumps that are built to last 20 minutes up into 4 hours, and then there's the other side. There's the community-based coins. There's coins that are trying to build slow and steady, trying to survive all the dips. They're fighting to try to be a superstar. The superstars right now when you go on Moonshot are Fart Coin. Fart Coin is 1 billion market cap. Another superstar is Pump, but I don't think anyone really likes Pump because as far as I was looking at, every time I look up information on it, people are always complaining about the airdrop and how it was the supply of it. There's way too much of it. So there's a lot of sketchy mechanics when it comes to Pump. They are at 3 billion market cap though, so they're huge. Pengu, they're at 3.2 billion. Trump, he's at 9 billion. That's the biggest one I have on my list. That's actually crazy. Bonk is at 2.1 billion. SPX 6900 1.8 billion, and Jupiter 1.4 billion. So I mean, Jupiter is obviously a coin that's traded on that's like one of those launchpad type websites to trade on, all the Solana meme coins. So they're having a way to manipulate it, and that's why it's this much. So yeah, I mean, I don't know. it seems like there's like a lot of different ways to kind of get there. You know, you could create a platform to get people on and maybe get people to trade through it and stuff. Or, because like I know Bonk is another one. Bonk has their own platform. Let's Bonk. That's actually the biggest one that has the most volume. And I think they have the best type of reward structure right now as of current. Because Moonshot, I don't think they have a good one. I was looking at Don't Do It, and I feel like they have the bad end of the stick when it comes to the creator fees. Like, this is a coin that's been out since before July. It came out the end of June. It's been trading like crazy. It's pumped to 150K, 140K. It's touched all sorts of crazy numbers. And all of a sudden, you're looking at its fees it's transparent. It says how much they made. They've only made $247. That's really hardly worth their trouble. It doesn't really make sense. So obviously there's a lot of incentive for the rug pulls, the pump and dumps, because there really isn't like a good way to make money with the trading yet. What it seems like is like how Uber takes too much money. They take all the fees from the drivers. Like you'll ask like the passenger, oh, how much did you pay? They paid $80, and then you as a driver are only getting paid $20. So it's like, where's that $60 going to, Uber? God dang, you're like making a lot of money. So that's pretty much what it is. And it seems like Moonshot's, there's nothing really that admirable about what they're doing. They're only pumping certain coins that they like. But yeah, that's, after this weekend, it made me really appreciate being a holder of Don't Do It. I'll be honest with you. It made me consider wanting to do a challenge where you get to basically work every day doing like whatever, DoorDash, Uber, Instacart. You do one of those gig jobs, one of those terrible gig jobs. And every day you work it and you put all that money into Don't Do It. And you see how it performs in a week or a month. I really want to challenge myself to do that, but I just hate doing those jobs, bro. I'm pretty washed from that. And I'm glad that I'm about to start a new job. But, yeah, the whole point, though, is it definitely is, like, completely different. To have a coin like Don't Do It that's up 21% for the week and 760% for the month. I want that. Like, that's all I need. Like, the slow, steady grind. Like, I don't need it to be one day to flip my money and then to go find another one, then go find another one. If I can just keep my money and Don't Do It, and they really can just exponentially grow, then it really is going to be like the best, one of the best performing investments that I'll ever have a chance to put my money in. So I'm pretty excited. They've Don't Do It. They've actually did pretty good getting followers over the weekend, surprisingly. They didn't have like any crazy announcements or any like new news or anything, but they went from 722 followers on Friday to 864 today. So they're just keep on getting more followers. The founder, E-Dog, he is always in live spaces with Abe, and I think he's gonna have a series with Legion. So there's gonna be several more live spaces where you can just ask him pretty much anything, and it's been cool. Don't Do It, I looked it up. They have 15 as of today direct copycats. So they actually have people that have taken the logo, whether they have two different ones. It's either the logo from Twitter or it's the logo from Moonshot, and there's 15 copies of Don't Do It. Some of my favorite versions of it are Don't Do It, D-U-I-T. Another one that's hilarious is Don't Less. That one is funny. And then there is Don't Do It coin. So I'm excited for the holders right now. It's a very small amount. It's from 253 to 264. It's still a long way to go till there's like 1,600 like Gumshot or something. But you can tell that means that they're definitely not manipulating. There's like people that have genuine nice little bags of money of this coin. So I'm excited for the people that hold it. But that's pretty much all the news that we have today. I definitely am glad that you guys were able to stick around and listen to the whole video. I'm thinking about doing a vlog, doing some music videos for the Don't Do It songs that I have. But in general, yeah, I definitely want to ape into Don't Do It. It seems like there's definitely a huge meme wave, and it's very competitive. And at the end of the day, if you can pick the winner and, really go all in, you always have the chance to make the most money possible. So I definitely feel a really good feeling about Don't Do It. It's just competing with a lot of other coins that are trying to do the same thing, and I think it's doing it better. It's still young. It's only been a month, so I think it has a lot of chance to make me look smart over the next couple of years. But yeah, this was a long video, but this was a lot of information I was waiting to this video. There was an insane amount of pump and dumps. We'll definitely do some different content and switch it up for next time. But yeah, this is like kind of like almost like a graveyard, a memoir of all the different coins that happened this past weekend. But thank you guys so much. I do appreciate everything. Hope you guys have a beautiful rest of your day. And with that, yeah!